the male Bulldogs, winning that contest 16-3. And now we are going to take on the Oldham County Colonels. We're going to open with prayer.
Thank you so much for this game and the facilities and weather that we had to play it. We pray that you would watch over us and that this would be an injury-free contest. We also pray that we would play in a way that would honor you and each other. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Okay, we've got the opening prayer completed. You can see that the teams are lined up, and we're bringing the starting lineups out onto the field for the ceremonial greeting and handshaking of the goalies. Oldham County is a new team. They're very young. This may be their first or second year as a team and competitors. You can see that they do have a lot fewer players than we do. Their head coach had been a coach at St. X with Coach Schwartz. They know each other quite well and arranged this game early in the season for everyone to get some experience. We had, I believe this was one of our rain-out games due to their field conditions because we were going to play there, and there we're on grass. And so we wound up scheduling it here on the turf, and I think we'll have a good contest today with the Colonels. Goalies are shaking hands, and we're going to start this game opposite of the previous game. Our goalie, Andrew Williams, will be defending the goal to your left, and their goalie will be defending the goal to your right. As always, I'm joined by Tony Coball, our play-by-play announcer, and our public address announcer, Mr. Chris Schneider.
Well, good afternoon, Cal LAX fans. We're getting ready to start here in midfield with our face-off. Cooper May and Lonnie Douglas. Cooper May comes up with it. Cooper shoots. It is stopped by their goalie. Number 30, that's Evan Morgan for the Colonels. Looking to clear it out now. Find somebody cutting, somebody open. Everybody's matched up. He lets it fly. Intercepted by Gaines Howard. Back on the offensive charge. Gaines is not in any big hurry. I think he's going to let player personnel changes happen. Throwing it up top. Not yet. He's actually coming up top himself. Going to let Will Hitch work down to the left. Seifert is in the X. Nolan behind the goal. CJ's in. Connor Franklin and Jude Hickman, our normal starters, are starting this ball game today. Seifert out to Will Hitch. Will over to Howard. Howard looking. Cutter, no. Back to Hitch. Hitch fires. Deflected off. Ball's on the ground. Should be white ball, and it is. Good defense quick defense by C.J. Hinton. Gets the turnover. Ball goes in play to the Centurions here about the 15-yard line.
Good stop there by the Colonels. We had a solid look. It was a good shot, but their goalie deflected appropriately. And now we're going to set it up and bring it around again.
Back down to the X to Seifert over to Hinton. Hinton up top to Hitch on the right side, looking around, sees Gaines Howard. Thinking about firing, no big opening there, a lot of blue jerseys. Here comes Connor Franklin. He winds up and not in there, it's on the outside of the net. Ball's in play, it's on the ground, it's free. Okay, Colonels control it, get it back to their goalie.
Boy, that sure looks suspicious for rolling under the net from the inside out, but I guess they all decided it wasn't in the net.
Ball's on the ground. CJ takes it over. Going to go for the quick attack. Here it comes. Stop. That was a good play and a good stop by Morgan. Evan Morgan, their goalie. He's looking for somebody to clear this ball out to. He's only got, I believe, 20 seconds, Glenn, to get it across?
Yeah, we've struggled here too, taking a little bit of time. You got to get good passes and get it across.
It worked out somehow. Ball's across the 50 by the Colonels. Reed Jeffries on the defense over there. Guys working the ball around the back of the goal in the X. Reed Jeffries is on him, putting the body and the stick check on him. Almost an interception there, knocked down. It's still Oldham County ball. Cross now back in the X behind the goal. Reed Jeffries on defense. Guy wants to wrap around. It does not happen. He bounces it over the top of the goal. John Coball is coming up with it, taking a couple of good checks. He gets it to his goalie, the Wall Williams, who passes out to Will Hitch. No problem. Will crossed midfield across the field from all of us on your screen. Will's getting inside the box there at the 30. He's looking. He fires. Goal by Will Hitch on the bouncer. On the bouncer shot.
It crossed the line. It then came back out, and I like you, wasn't 100% sure that had gone in. We had to wait
I
to
was
see
not ready to call that yet.
The official call that.
But when he calls it, that's when it counts.
That's when it counts.
Lonnie Douglas for the Colonels, Cooper May for the Centurions on the face-off at midfield. Cooper working hard, has been all day, did in the first game against the Bulldogs. Ball's in the air. They call it, yep. Push in the back on the Colonels. Gains Howard, number 4, across the field there on the left side up top. Looking for a teammate. Player transitions have been made. Will Hitch looking. Back to Gaines Howard. Howard's looking, a lot of blue shirts in there. Connor Franklin now on the left side top, working his way down, dumps it low to C.J. Hinton in the X, looking for a cutter. Nope. Hinton back, little give and go. Here comes Howard. Stopped by the goalie, Morgan.
I've been impressed by Morgan so far.
Absolutely.
I don't think this is his first year playing goalie. They may have a young team, but I feel like that young man has seen a little more goalie action. He's doing a good job.
All right, here we go. John Coball knocks it loose, gets it working it out there, and now they knock it loose from him. Colonel's trying to get possession off the ground across the field on the right side. Bednark, Hitch, Howard, Coball, Baker, and Reed Jeffries on defense. Had a cutter. Eli Bednark had him covered. Guys still working the X, going to look for a wraparound or try to pass to the cutter. Nobody there. We're in a little man-to-man, it looks like. Everybody's matched up with somebody. Colonel's working the ball down low right. John Coball defending on the ball. Player with the ball. Knocks it loose. It's on the ground.
I know what you're getting ready to say, Tony. This is one of those uniform situations where the numbers are hard to read because they've got black numbers on dark blue shirts.
Yeah, buddy, I'm not doing too well. Oh, here we go. A little give and go action. Connor Franklin picks it up. Little dipsy-do. Fire. No good. Another stop by Morgan. This goalie's got it going here in the first quarter.
He really does. I feel like these are good shots on goal.
Just clear out. He finds his man. They're across midfield where they want to be. Time to D up, match up. Don't let anybody. Boom. Zero takes a big sling. Williams cuts it off. Good pass out to number 11. That's that's Logan Miller. Miller pulls up. He's going to flip it to number 4. He does. Gaines Howard up top, has the ball.
And a reset to the offense.
Will Hitch here on the right side, looking behind the goal to C.J. Hinton with it now. Working his way around the left side. Pass out, quick pass out to Miller. He drops it, but picks it up quickly. Howard, number 4, over to Hitch. Looking, no cutter. Got 2 guys sitting there in front of the goal, looking for their time, waiting, being patient. C.J. Hinton with the ball, back up top. Here comes Howard. He slings it. It's deflected. Good defense by the Colonels. And we retain possession. Will Hitch down here in the right corner, and we're back in play quickly. Looks for the pass. Boom!
Boom.
Goal, Connor Franklin with the assist to Will Hitch. Awesome. I love the no hesitation decision there on this goal.
Boom. I know it's an optical illusion, but I swear because of the dark blue jerseys against our field, and then our guys are in the white as the home team. When they were packed in front of that goal, it sure seemed like there was more than just 5 of them.
Yeah, it did. Yes. Oldham County timeout, folks. 5:22 left in the first quarter. The Centurions up 2-0. Well, Glenn, I was getting a little sluggish there at halftime and during the break, but fortunately, I found Miss Darcy Scott on the grill around the corner here to the left, and I found one of those ballpark all-beef hot dogs, world-renowned, off her grill, I might add, and now I'm back into it. I'm ready to go.
Well, my wife bought me a little Subway sub and a granola bar and a Sprite, and I'm feeling much perkier now as well. So, thank goodness for the women that help keep the entire athletic program going here.
That's exactly right.
From the wives to Miss Darcy, as well as her husband, Mr. Steve, who we'll just give a little shout out to. I
was going to say,
carefully
folks,
watching
if you
right
see
across
that right
the field.
there, if you see that right there buzzing around this facility, that's Mr. Steve Scott, Darcy's husband, and tell you what, they flag?
How do we have a flag with? They think there's a stick that's illegal.
Number 4 stick. He doesn't like his stick, Mr. Official. So I guess that's going to get retired. Interesting call. Haven't seen that all year. Even though it's an equipment violation, so looks like Gaines is working on it now with assistance of Coach Scott there, I believe, helping out. So here we go. Colonels have the ball, moving right to left on your screen. He's here about the 45-yard line, waiting for the official to wind it up so we can get going. All right, here we go. In play. Errant pass, and it should be a turnover, and it is. Turnover on the Colonels. Looks like John Baker picking it up here down on the left. Mr. Official has wound it up. We're back in play. Baker is looking for somebody to pass it to. He finds Connor Franklin. That was a nice pass. Connor is working his way across that 30-yard line in the box. He just took one in the back, and I could tell by that reaction. Didn't feel too good. He's part of the game, though, folks. Hitch with the ball up top. Franklin's not coming out. He's still in there.
I hear him asking if he's okay, and he's not. He's not going to want to come out. He's
Matter of fact, if I know your son, he wants the ball right now.
Yeah, the best way to recover from what you think was a cheap shot is a good, quick goal.
Jude Hickman, nice pass. Jude Hickman off the mark, a little left of the goal on that shot. But I like when we take shots. That was a good one. Good assist pass. CJ with the ball in the X, working back up the left side with Miller. Miller to Hickman. Jude pick it up. He's got it. Passing over here on the right side to Will Hitch. He waves CJ around the horn, so he's back in the X now. CJ dumping to Connor Franklin. Back to CJ. Whip shot. Down nice and low. Off the mark, but we should retain possession. Jude Hickman picking it up in your corner to the right on your screen.
You saw that wind up there, and if his name were Barry Bonds or Sammy Sosa, we know where that ball had been going. That was a baseball swing if I've ever seen one.
Throw him the heater. That was a heater. Here we go, working it around the horn. Connor Franklin. Shot.
Oh,
Deflected.
I think it hit somebody's foot and rolled
It
rolled
looked like
wide.
it did hit the goalie's foot. Still our ball behind the goal in the X. Hickman. Jude passing out to Will Hitch. Hitch over to Miller. Miller looking for something. Nothing showing right at the moment. Passes to Hitch. Hitch dumping back down to Miller. Miller picks it up. He's looking around to the X-man in the back there, Hickman. Look at CJ hang. Oh, bad pass.
Little mistake, little mental error
John
there.
Coball harassing the guy.
Call us offsides on that one. I guess John must have got a foot over.
Okay. Coball's on defense, got the ball down on the ground. Here comes Scoopy time, Reed Jeffries.
That's the best way to make up for an error. Just turn the ball over and force their turnover.
Yep.
And here we go.
Reed dumps it off to Connor Franklin, and he heads back to the defensive end of the field. Substitutions being made. Will Hitch, that's the only next one coming on. So we got our usual guys out there, folks.
Minus Gaines.
Minus Gaines.
Who is
shot, another stop. Shot by Miller and a stop by Mr. Morgan. The Colonel's goalie. Good work.
Now I see that Gaines has restrung his racket and put his helmet back on, but I don't know what the process is. If
Deflected.
This
could be good. Flag. It's still in play. Oh, just missed wide left.
Wow.
What kind of a call we have? Okay, maybe he's coming over to tell us, or just picking it up. Okay, we're retaining possession, so it must have not have hurt us, whatever that was. Okay, far across the field. I think that's Hickman with it. Have not wound into play yet.
Gaines is back in, so someone must have checked his stick and approved it for continued play.
Right.
Good for us.
Absolutely. All right, Connor Franklin now going to take control of that ball. Still haven't wound it. The officials are counting numbers of players. Still holding. Here we go. Wound it. We're in play.
Nope, now
Maybe
we're not
not.
in play.
He wants Connor to start from further down towards the goal line, folks. 31 with the ball, low left of the goal, up top to Hickman. Hickman quickly to Hitch. Hitch to Howard. Howard up top. Howard over to Seifert. Seifert looking. CJ, little wraparound action.
Well, we won't have to wait long to see if Howard's racket works the same way in Howard's hands, because that young man will be firing a shot before too much longer.
Just under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Hitch fires. Morgan with another deflection. Franklin working, here we go. Try it again. Hitch. Franklin. Wow. Deflected again. Morgan is a busy man in there. He's a formidable goalie so far.
I was going to say, I mean, this has been a lot more difficult than the previous game of getting a shot in the goal.
Seifert to Hinton, back to Seifert. Seifert looking with that left hand. Howard to Seifert. Seifert fires top left, over the top of it.
Yeah, you could see he released that way too soon from the angle we had here, and you could tell the minute the racket went up that it was going to go wide and over.
Howard up top, over to Seifert on the right side, down low right to CJ. CJ to Gaines Howard. Thought about it. Connor Franklin, whip, shot. Morgan again.
There you go. Way to follow through. Number 33.
Jude Hickman. I'll call that on the follow, because that looked like a basketball player following the shot.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
It worked out great.
Goal number 3 for your Centurions with 1:14 left in the first quarter. 3-0 over the Colonels. I believe that's Lonnie Douglas and Cooper May at midfield on the faceoff. Procedural something. Mr. Official stopped it. Pointing our way. Procedural violation on Douglas. Gaines Howard moving left to right on your screen. He's on the left side high from the goal. Passes over to Hitch. Miller's on. C.J. Hinton behind the goal to Jude. Jude up to the left side. Howard to Hitch. Howard slings it. Morgan with the deflection again. All right, C.J. Hinton putting it back in play. About 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Connor Franklin, that's okay. Howard's there to pick it up. Hitch looking. Sling just off left a little.
I think there's going to be some ice and some ibuprofen for Mr. Morgan later
I
today.
think so too.
God bless him. He is doing a yeoman's job down there because we're firing.
C.J. Hinton gains Howard. Hitch back to Howard. Looking for a little block action. Here's C.J. That was deflected off of Morgan's pole too and net. 18, 15 seconds or so. Connor Franklin over to C.J. Back up to Gaines. Here we go. Fires. Off the mark. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Wow. A lot of work. Taking a lot of shots. And Morgan, I tell you what. Hitch. Connor Franklin. He's over the top.
He's over the top. Wow.
2 seconds left. Maybe we'll just pick it up and hold it. Make one pass and go into the second quarter.
Or throw it away. They'll get the ball in the second quarter.
Here we go. All right, that's the end of your first quarter. Lacrosse fans, Cal Centurions 3, Oldham County Colonels 0.
Tony, I know you are an officer of the law, as we say, so I don't want to pick up any law enforcement terms inappropriately, but I'm calling this an old-fashioned shootout.
It absolutely is that. You're exactly right. We are slinging that ball, taking shots after shot, but I tell you what, Mr. Morgan has put his net or his pole on those shots, or in 1 or 2 cases I saw body parts making the block, and that's okay.
He just came over and got some water right down here in front of us, and if our fans could see number 30, I mean, he is a good-sized young man.
He is.
He's definitely football player size, so that helps with the goalie just filling the mouth of the goal, but you got to be quick. You just can't put a big kid there who can't move.
That's true.
He is moving his body parts. He is moving his racket. And he's had some good stops on what we know are some good shooters because we just watched them in the previous game.
Oh, yeah.
Put up some points. So we give props where props are due here. We're biased. We're the Cal commentating team, and we have sons on this team. But, you know, we like sports. We like athletics. We like lacrosse. And we've seen some good moves on his part for sure.
That's right. Well, folks, if you know Coach Hal's background, longtime coach, formerly at St. Xavier, double-digit state championships in lacrosse. I commend him for going to a school that, for him, it's probably rewarding in that he's starting over again. You know, it's one thing to have all the talent year in and year out and win consecutive championships. Now he's going somewhere, and I imagine a guy like that wants to help Oldham County lacrosse build going forward.
I think you're exactly right because I don't know that they had a varsity team until he transitioned there from St. X. And so good for Oldham County, good for him to have the energy to put into these young men and help them build a team.
Cooper May with the scoop and the pickup. Gets inside the 30, looks for a teammate. Jude Hickman doing a little flag. I think it's going to be on a blue player, though.
I think it is.
We'll see what happens.
I think it's going to be a slash.
Okay, here we go. Stoppage of play. It is a slash. Blue.
Who's this one? Is it 11?
Zero, I think. Or 8.
8. We can't read the numbers
Sorry,
on the front
folks,
of the jerseys. They're too small, but on the back
it's
we
8.
can. That's number 8.
That's number 8. That's Ben Stark. He's a deep hole.
Going to bring the ball in low in the corner. Connor's got it.
Jude Hickman back up to Hitch. Hitch to Howard. Howard over to Seifert. Seifert dumping down to CJ, working his way back up on the right side. Gains Howard. Hitch. Fires. Goal!
Goal.
Assist to Gaines Howard. Goal, the senior, Will Hitch.
And here you go. You can see how the lanes are open up here. Gaines gives it to Will, and he goes right between the defenders. Just split the uprights, so to speak.
Awesome shot, awesome pass. All right, folks, we're heading back out to midfield for another face-off between Lonnie Douglas for the Colonels and our own Cooper May, number 15. Cooper comes up with it again. Passes down low on the right side of CJ. I hear you, Will Hitch. He had that stick up high, folks. That's a signal like, feed me, feed me, feed me. Because his defender was way behind him on his heels.
Ooh.
All right, we're getting set back up.
Had a fan go down right here in the stands, right in front of us.
He is okay, folks.
He is okay. Yeah.
All right, Connor Franklin going to come up with a loose ball. Still on offense, still on the attack. Connor's got it, flips it over to CJ. CJ's looking hard, gains Howard. Howard to Hitch. Hitch taking a look now. Fires. Stop by Mr. Morgan. Oh, pass went out of bounds. It's a turnover on the Colonels. We'll get possession across the field on the right side of their goal. C.J. Hinton. Howard. Howard to Miller. Miller over to Hitch. Hitch is looking. Dumps it back real quick. Miller's looking now. Back to Howard. He's taking a look. C.J. working down low around the X. Feeds out. Oh! Connor Franklin wants that one back. Miller. Hitch. Hitch looks again. Off of Morgan's leg. It's going out of bounds. Should be our ball. Yep, white ball.
I'm going to say that he's got them coached pretty disciplined, because if you look at them and we're standing up looking down right in front of us, they're playing a total zone.
Wow. Shot by CJ, bounced off the right pipe. Still going to give us possession off that.
They've just blocked all the shooting lanes.
Yep.
They are just right there in a zone, and their goalie's doing pretty well, as we've already said. And we're not really pulling them out of the zone.
Miller was thinking about it. Howard taking a look. We're kind of packed in there down low. Now they're backing out. Mouth of the goal's pretty open, looking for a cutter. Hickman got walled off by a couple of blue shirts. CJ wraparound. Oh, off the left pipe. And interesting, giving that possession to the Colonels. I totally agree with you sports fans out there. The folks below me are yelling, how can that be? Because it was a shot on goal, and our player was the closest one to where the ball went out of bounds. But the call is the call sometimes. We didn't win that one. The goalie, Mr. Morgan, there in the middle of coming out of the end zone, right by his goal, looking for somebody to pass it to. Nothing real obvious that's open for him. Everybody's kind of manned up. Looks like man-to-man basketball. Still looking for a... Tell you what, if they deflect this, here we go. Hitch taking off. The goalie's trying to get back. Here comes Connor Franklin. Oh! That was the opportunity of a lifetime. The goalie was 30 yards from the mouth of the goal. And Hitch and them, they knew what they were doing out there. Connor was cutting for the goal. Just a little off. Colonels will have possession. Be low left in the corner of your screen that you're watching from right now. Passes to the goalie, Mr. Morgan. He's going to try to clear out again. Everybody's matched up on somebody. Now CJ's thinking about taking the goalie on, maybe. Nobody's really open. He's looking for somebody. Flings it. Ball's bouncing. Turn around, Reed Jeffries. You'll be there, baby. Ball's on the ground. A lot of raking going on. It must be fall. The leaves are falling. Nope, here we go. Will Hitch on a jet. Pass to CJ. Oh, Nelly. Oh, that was unbelievable. Connor Franklin, another shot. Ho, ho, ho. A lot of action in the mouth of the Colonel's goalie right there, folks.
Connor's shot may have been deflected by CJ's left foot while he was trying to get up because he tried to do a holy roller, as I call him.
Timeout, I believe.
And you can see CJ taking just a little limp there, and I think we shot into him while he was trying to get out of the way.
A lot of action there. That woke me up. Besides Miss Darcy's hot dog, that was a lot going on in front of the mouth of their goal. Just couldn't get one in between the pipes and in the net. But right now, folks, with the timeout, Cal 4, the Colonels 0, 8:13 left in the second quarter.
Get your song playing.
Oh, we've got the Earth, Wind, and Fire music going. Now Tony's going to be really fired up.
No. Is it that's my man James Brown.
Oh no, that's James Brown. Okay.
Get up off of that thing. Jumped up, almost smacked myself. Oh, James Brown. Those were the days. Party time USA. Well, we're looking for another happy party at the end of this one here, folks. We're in the second quarter. 8:13 left, and we're up 4-0 over the Colonels. I'll tell you what, I know that we think we should have 2 or 3 times the number of goals we have now, but you've said it. You got to give credit to number 30 there, walking back towards his goal. The goalie, Mr. Evan Morgan.
No, I agree. And they're packing their defense in so the shooting windows are narrow. Sometimes our deflections are off other players. Sometimes, most of the time, they are off of the goalie, or we've just taken poor shots. But I know everyone thought this was going to be a much bigger margin in the first half than it has been so far. Now, granted, we've already played a game and played well, but these guys are here to play, and they are well coached. And I think this one's going to be exciting to watch.
All right, ball. Hickman from the left corner to Hitch. Hitch up top to Howard. Howard looking, dumps it down on the right side to Seifert. Seifert behind the goal to C.J. Hinton. He's looking for a cutter. He finds Hitch over to Howard. They're looking. My partner's right. There, the blue jerseys are packing the mouth of that goal. Hitch, wrap around, fires. Off the mark. We retain possession. C.J. Hinton will be putting the ball in play behind the goal. And we're in play. C.J. over to Connor Franklin.
Franklin.
He fires it. Yes!
There you go.
Goal, Franklin. There we go.
See if I've got enough film of that. There it is.
Yep. He just
I was
wrapped
just
around.
ready to say that Connor and Jude Hickman are just lumbering around the crease in the mouth of the goal,
Yes.
waiting for someone to get an easy pass to them because they know what they're going to do. They're going to turn around and fire, and that's exactly what happened.
All right, procedural violation on Cooper May. Colonels take possession here at midfield. We're in play.
I just want to point out that we had no procedural violations in the first game on Cooper May, and that the singing referee left and has been replaced with another one who I think is doing the face-offs.
Yeah, buddy. There we go. White ball. Oldham County was offsides. Hickman, he hits C.J. across the field. C.J. now has possession. Hickman, just missed it. Colonels come up with the ball. Number 27. They're working him over. The ball's on the ground. That could be anybody's. Pick it up. Here we go. Hickman. Nope. He gets.
Oh, good body move there by the Colonels.
It was. Here it comes. Gaines Howard comes up smoothly with the scoop. Working his way around the back of the goal in the X. He's coming all the way here on the left side. Looking for maybe a cutter. Nobody's there. He's thinking about it. Nope. Miller cross over to Hitch. Hitch is looking. No cutter. Connor Franklin there, up.
Oh! Yeah.
Tried the over the back no look. Did not work.
He's going to take a little jawing from the coach over that one.
Ball's on the ground. Connor Franklin hustling to get the ball. He scoops it. He's got it. Looking for teammates. Gives it to CJ. Connor has it, fires. Goal! Connor Franklin. So here's what happened on that play. He faked me out. He acted like he dumped the ball in CJ's basket, kept the ball, wrapped around, and made the shot.
Yeah, we thought he gave a little handoff to CJ there, which he did not. And so one kind of poorly executed shot with the fancy twist, followed by a very smart fake that we all bought. We all bought.
Number 3 over here. Bought it as well.
Ball's
There-
on the ground.
Eli Bednar in there. We haven't said his name this game very much, but you know he is always present.
Cooper. It's leaf time in the fall. Everybody's raking it up. Cooper May, he rakes it up. Looking. Do I go or do I pass? I pass. Number 7, I think that's Thomas, Mason Thomas, to Connor Franklin. Connor's looking over this situation, waiting for player personnel changes to happen. Couple guys off, 2 more on. Here comes Hitch and Howard.
That time did.
He didn't
pass
fake me out
off.
that
Yeah,
time,
that
Franklin.
Time did pass
I
to,
saw that pass
Will Hitch.
to Hitch.
We saw the ball leave the net.
Yeah. Gains Howard up top, looking things over. To Hitch on the right side, right down low to Seifert, I believe. Here comes CJ. He's looking. Finds Connor. Connor, little deflection. He's still got the ball, still got control. Over to Howard. Howard's taking a look now. Okay, do I have a shot? No. Over to Hitch. Hitch working his way to the left. Fires! Good!
Wow.
It's a goal!
That, I believe, went right between the goalie's legs, but we're going to see that in just a second.
Will
here.
Hitch.
Yeah, right between his legs. Wow.
All right, that's goal number 7 for your Centurions here with 4:47 left in the first half over the Colonels of Oldham County High School. We've got Mr. Douglas, Lonnie Douglas, number 4 for the Colonels, and Cooper May, number 15 for the Centurions on the face-off in midfield. Procedural violation on Coop. It's interesting, like you've said, I haven't really seen that called on him, but it is what it is. Colonels have the ball. They're bringing it down the middle. Pass down to low right, behind the goal in the X. Still working down the right side out of the X. Cobal's on defense, harassing number 16 quite a bit. Front and back action. Little poke check. Front and back with his stick. Player says, okay, I'm going to get rid of that. Interception, possibly. Ball's in the air. All right, Colonels get it back. Reed Jeffries, I think. Way across, errant pass. Out of play. That's a turnover on the Colonels.
Centurion ball.
Centurions will have possession. Looks like the goalie is going to scoop it up. Williams behind the goal. He is winding it. We're in play. 4 minutes to go, folks, in the first half. Now it's time to work on a good clear out. Let's get somebody open.
Whoa, long pass.
And a little too high.
A little too high.
And it's on the ground, but look at Connor Franklin. Hustle play. Connor Franklin hustling. Connor's pulling it up. Make sure personnel changes occur.
We've had a lot more interceptions today in both of these games than in previous games.
Yes, sir.
It is interesting. They are really, extending their sticks, looking to intercept those passes.
Goal, Connor Franklin. Goes to the left hand, snaps that pole, whips it into the goal. All right, that's goal number 8 for the Centurions with 3:18 left in the second quarter. 8-0 over the Colonels. All right, we have a new face-off guy for the Centurions. That's Bryce Watson, number 32. He's going against Lonnie Douglas of the Colonels. Working, raking and scraping. Comes out of there. Looks like Thomas might get it.
And the little guy comes out of it and looks like he's going to get it.
Whoa! Stay with it. Oh. All right, just out.
Just
out of bounds.
Just out.
Colonels will take over possession. Low left of your screen. Right about the 15-yard line on the football markings. Knocked loose by Thomas. It rolls off Jude's stick, out of bounds. Colonel's possession with 2:56 left.
Their coach is screaming goalie. He wants a clear out, wants to go to the goalie.
So, goalie has it. Mr. Morgan works it over to number 8 for the Colonels.
Going to see a slight wall of Centurions here from our attack men. They're going to harass him, and he is now going to have trouble with the time. And a whistle.
That was a time violation. You got 20
violation.
seconds to get it across midfield.
No one had it controlled. It's going to be Centurion ball.
Here comes Cooper May. Coast to coast, or at least he went from the Mississippi to the Pacific on that one.
Wow.
That's another Centurion goal.
Well, let's apologize to our fans. That came in so quickly under the press box, and Cooper just ran it in. We didn't even see it. We couldn't even reset our camera.
Timeout, Colonels. 2:26 left in the correction, 2:26 left in the first half. Your Centurions are up 9-0 over the Colonels of Oldham County High School.
For our fans who are out there, and you're already on our page, but if you have not liked and subscribed to the Centurion lacrosse page, I'd ask you to do that now. The more subscribers we have, the greater that helps our metrics with the YouTube channel folks. And so we do appreciate you being here. We know that people can't always come in person to the game, particularly distant relatives who don't live in the area or grandparents. And we certainly appreciate you following us here on Centurion LAX. We do occasionally feature other games from our younger lacrosse teams, and so you can always look here and see if we have one scheduled that's going to be broadcast. We did one the other night for the 5th and 6th grade that we had broadcast, and it had a lot of people tune in and watch that game. So we're happy to provide as much electronic broadcasting of all these games as possible. I know Coach would like to get that magic 12 points before halftime, but we do only have 9. We got 2.5 minutes left. So I suspect we'll see the starters here and see if we can put up another couple of points. But in the second half, I bet we do see a lot more substitution.
Absolutely.
Like in the previous game
Yes.
as well. Which, if you think about it, Tony, since we played 2 games in 8 quarters, everybody played about 4 quarters, so everybody played a whole game today.
That's right.
If you look at it, the first team and the second team.
All right, Bryce Watson in there for the face-off against Lonnie Douglas of the Colonels. Ball still on the ground. Push.
I think Billy's going to get the ball because I can hear the coach yelling that.
There's a Billy Summers on the roster, so I'm going to say I couldn't read that number without the Hubble telescope right now. Still on the ground, knocking it around. Ball is up in the air, pop up. Will Mr. Williams hold it?
He came out of the crease and went back into the crease, and he just isn't watching behind the goal. He knows that in the front.
Procedural turnover, folks. It's on our goalie, number 1. It's okay.
It's all right. Hard to remember behind the goal, but the crease goes all the way around.
All right, so number 2, that's Parker Gorley. Working the ball, being defended by one of my faves, Reed Jeffries. Got a pick. They'll switch job. John Baker now on defense with the same player. Another pick coming, but 27.
Look at that switch. Then Gaines is on him.
Nice shot. Got a couple picks. Missed it. John Cobalt, good hustle, but that's okay. The Colonels retain possession. Behind the goal right now, we're back in play. That's 0. That's Billy Summers. Reed Jeffries, harassment, working pretty good.
Nope, you can't go in there and get it. No, you got there all over the crease. The official ran back to check.
Go, Reed,
go, Reed. He got back there, feet were out.
There we go, Reed. Uh-oh. Goal. Just a procedural error. I know what Reed was trying to do, trying to get it to the goalie, but we had a blue shirt there. He deflected it, took possession, and slung it in there. Now, I wish I could tell you who scored that first goal for the Colonels, but I cannot. The jersey numbers are just too contrasted. Number 2, thank you. So now we know that Parker Gorley scored that goal.
Tony, maybe in addition to broadcasting in our retirement phase of life, we'll go into uniform design.
Oh, I'd like to be on that committee, please. Sign me up.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 9-1, 1:18 left. Face-off time. Bryce Watson's in there against Douglas. Push in the back. Excuse me. Douglas pushed Watson in the back. You see across the field, you got number 4, Gaines Howard with the ball. Excuse me, folks. We got Miller and Hitch. C.J. Hinton working down the right side low and around back behind the goal in the X position. Look at Will Hitch calling for the ball. I want it. He shoots, deflects off the pole. White ball. C.J. Hinton is way down the left-hand corner of your screen. Don't know if you can pick him up just yet. He's coming. Out to Will Hitch, up top to Gaines Howard. Howard's going to jog down that right side himself. See what he sees back there. Gets it to 11, Logan Miller. Miller. All right, still possessed. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Gaines Howard behind the goal. Looking for a cutter. Looking for C.J. Hinton. Yes, maybe. Over to Will Hitch. Hitch flings it. Mr. Morgan deflects it. Gaines Howard. 12 seconds. 10 seconds left. Miller, stop again by Morgan.
Oh, we're totally in the crease there.
He got knocked. He got the blue guy, smart play really, knocked our player, Franklin, into the crease. So that's it.
That's it.
End of the first half of play, ladies and gentlemen. We got your Cal Centurions 9, the Oldham County Colonels 1. Halftime.
Wow. That was a little more exciting than I think we thought it was going to be, Tony.
I agree. Still a good effort. A second game of the day. Like you said, there aren't too many days in a lacrosse season when you play back-to-back games like this. Effort has still been there. But I know you could say Morgan has given up 9 goals, but I'd probably like to tell you he's probably stopped about 20 more on top of that.
I think you could be pretty close to correct with the stoppage on the goals because he's been pretty solid in that regard. So we'll see how Coach chooses to play his lineup when we come out.
Now we got your Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Thank you.
Got a little Earth, Wind, and Fire going now, so the press box is all happy. We are up by 8, but this is one of those games, you know, where scores can change very quickly. Probably need to be a little careful on substitutions on the defensive end early, and, you know, maybe make some substitutions on the offensive end here because we do have several of our younger players who have proven they can shoot.
Yes.
Will Reddick had a show the last half of the last game.
He sure did.
And so
Good
I'd
to see that.
like to see that young man get back out there. You know, he played lacrosse here several years ago, Tony, then kind of went the baseball route. And he also played basketball with our boys younger as well. And
Okay.
then he kind of went the baseball route for most of high school and got convinced that, you know, he ought to come back out and play lacrosse again this year in his senior year. And I can only imagine if he had been playing all this time, just how good he is. He's athletic, he's quick, and as we mentioned in our last broadcast, he's a lefty. And
Yeah.
that is a real advantage in this game because most people consider that the weak side. Most goalies are right-handed. And if you can lean to the right, lean to the right, lean to the right, then quick pass to the left,
Yes, sir.
he's gonna have a shot on goal every time. Mr. Steve going out to check with the officials. Probably needs to see if
Hydrating
they
those
needed,
boys.
Yeah, they got him some hydration. Probably offered him an all-beef hot dog from Miss Darcy, his lovely wife. But we don't want to be seen.
Let's not
as
give
trying
all my ballpark hot dogs away, Darcy.
Yeah, we don't want to be seen as trying to bribe the officials too much.
That's right. Well, you know, I'm like you in the third quarter. I tell you, I'm looking for those next several goals to get us to that 12-goal lead. And then I really enjoyed seeing the younger players, the substitutes, and those JV guys that got in on the last game. I'm looking forward to that happening again in this game at some point in the second half.
Quarter.
Yeah, we got little Let's Groove tonight by one of my fave bands, Earth, Wind, and Fire, playing out of the PA system right now. So
And,
we are in a, you know what, and we are in a groove so far today. So
Let's just point out some Louisville history here. Former guitar player for the original lineup for
oh yes,
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Manual High School graduate. His brother, a police officer here
That's
in
right.
the area.
my classmate, his brother Kenny Graham, he and I joined the Jefferson County Police Department many decades ago, and I remember meeting his brother.
It's Johnny.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Johnny Graham.
Yes, awesome musician, and you're right, one of the original members of the band.
Yeah, most people would not, I think, have known that. We're all, you know, we all know Jack Harlow's from Louisville. He shows up at everything. But other than a few of us old timers might not remember that. You
Yeah.
know, one of the original Earth, Wind, and Fire members who toured with them for years and played guitar for them is Johnny Graham, right from Louisville's Manual High School.
Yes, sir. Beautiful day, I tell you. This is something else. Light breeze going on. This is how you'd love every day of the summer to be like this.
Now, obviously, Coach Schwartz is talking to the team, but look at the other coaches. They're all taking just a little bit of a siesta time right here on the bench, getting some water, and just enjoying the weather.
All right, let's see. Let me see if I can play into this a little bit. Hey, what time do we tee off later today? Are we playing at Ventnor or out at Long Run?
That's exactly right. You know, our boys may be in that conversation.
Well, I was going to go there too.
But they may be tired after prom and 2 games as well. I would encourage mine to just take a little chill this afternoon and maybe go out tomorrow afternoon.
You're right, but you're right. Knowing our boys, and Reed Jeffries, another,
Reed's a quite good golfer.
and he is quite the golfer. Probably the guy that's the best of the crew. But yeah, those lads like to hit the links every once in a while, which I'm glad to see. I like when athletes go find another sport, and boy, if that's not one of the hardest sports, you could ever play.
But look at how many professional athletes, starting with Michael Jordan,
Oh, yes.
have really become pretty good golfers. You see them in these celebrity pro-am tournaments all the time. Of course, it's just kind of part of the athletic boys club,
Oh, yeah.
But it's no fun if you're chasing your ball all over the golf course. So that very quickly zeroes down to a handful of athletes who are just athletic and can get
Yes.
good enough at golf so it's enjoyable.
Right. Buddy boy, what do we have about? Do we have a full month left of school?
I think we have about a month left
Wow.
of school.
When did we start this journey? For us, about 19, 20 years ago, my family.
Well, my kid's a Cal lifer, and so both my
Yep.
children started in kindergarten at Cal. My daughter finished 2 years ago, and so she had 13 years at Cal.
Yeah.
And my son is like your son, finishing this year, and he will have had 13 years at Cal. And I've been in this press box for so many football and lacrosse games, and sat in the press box across the way when my daughter was playing middle school soccer as well. And I tell you, it's going to be a hard transition for the old man here. I love the school. I love what they stand for. I love watching my kids and my friends' kids play in school sports and activities. And it is a different phase of life that you got to get used to and move into.
Right. Of course, your lovely daughter's down at WKU in the band, I believe, right?
She is in the marching band and the wind ensemble and I don't know, a couple of the symphony bands. They had a concert last night she was keen for us to come down to, but after we finished work yesterday, then rushed to get prom pictures with you all.
Right.
Even with the time change, it was going to be almost impossible. If we had pulled it off, I still had to go into work at 6:30 this morning before I came out here, and that it was just going to be really hard. And then she texted us and said, "Glad you're not here. There's a line out the door. You wouldn't have gotten a seat."
Oh, my. Wow.
So
That's the tough part of parenting right there, folks. You all know this. Not being able to be in two places at one time for all your kids. So that takes me back, way back. I'm dating myself, folks. So everybody knows Walter Payton's nickname was Sweetness, but there was a comedian years ago who said he had talked to a player from an opposing team, somebody playing the Bears, and Walter Sweetness Payton, and he said the tackler on the defensive side of the ball said, "It's like he is an amoeba and split into two separate bodies that I could not tackle him." Well, we parents would like to be that splitting amoeba, but we just can't do it sometimes. But I'm with you, Glenn. Proud of the fact that both of my sons have attended school here. John, like your boy, since preschool, a lot of good memories. You're right. Whole lots of sports memories. Glad our boys were active in sports and brought all the family. And the best part, I tell you what, besides the kids and watching the kids, your kids, our kids, others' kids, really, really think I probably have developed some lifelong friendships with some parents here.
Agree. You and I would have never met had it not been for football.
Yes, sir.
Unless you picked me up for speeding one time through St. Matthews. Also a possibility. And so, I've developed some great friendships. And really almost all those parents are either athletic parents or, since my daughter was so involved in the band, band parents. And we've had some wonderful friendships with people over the years that I think we will continue to see and do things with as our kids get older, and we all sit around and wait for grandchildren.
Well, folks, the break is ended here. The halftime break has ended. The teams will take the field. Looks like the Colonels will be defending the goal to your right, and we will be defending the goal to your left on your screen. Looks like the starters are staying in there for now with a 9-1 score.
I see that we've got our usual attack men down here. Our goalie is going back in. But if you look here, we've substituted Dawson May here on long stick midi.
Right.
He's right here in front of us. And let me get a different camera angle for the fans here.
All right, Lonnie Douglas and Cooper May on the face-off at midfield. Here we go.
And speaking to Dawson May, looks like he's going to pick that one up.
He is.
Got an injury here.
And tell you, I saw that. The two blue jerseys crashed into each other. That's Douglas on the ground, the face-off man.
He's grabbing his ankle, so you think it was a twist of the ankle more so than a cramp?
Yeah, it was a leg-to-leg strike is what I saw.
Yep. Our trainer, Tyler, immediately on the field. I don't even know where he came from in his golf cart.
That was quick. He was off there to the right rear corner, across the field, down by the pole vault pit, down in that area.
Yeah.
And I think number 1 here, laying on the ground next to him on the right of the injured player, I think that is the player because I see him holding his leg. I think both of their lower legs from like shin to ankle caught each other.
Just got tangled up.
Yes, sir.
Well, you hate to see that.
Yeah,
you don't
I know
want to
it.
see anybody get injured, and it is such a
There we go.
beautiful
Douglas
day.
is on his feet.
Oh, there
All
you
right,
go.
there we go.
No, he's up.
Good.
Just took a little limp there, but he's going to limp off but under his own power, and I think we're going to maintain possession there.
I believe so.
Tyler's going to bring the
midfield
cart off.
Looks like midfield, number 4, Gaines Howard with the ball.
All hold, getting the trainer off the field. We're going towards the goal on the right. In case you needed to be reminded, we're only 7 seconds into the third quarter.
Wound it. Here we go. Gaines Howard up top. Jogging it in. Flips to the left side to Will Hitch. Back to Howard. Howard down to the right side to Seifert. Seifert back to the X to CJ. CJ looking for a cutter or a pass. Finds Hitch. Hitch back to CJ. CJ's rapping. Doesn't look good. Here we go again. Try it again. Wham! And deflection by who else? Morgan. He's getting, I'll tell you one thing, he's getting a workout.
Well,
He's giving our guys a workout.
I was going to say, we saw CJ wind up, and what you weren't watching was the two guys playing in X back there. Both already started running towards the back of the field to make sure we maintained possession. Not because they thought CJ was going to miss, but they thought this kid might deflect it, which is what happened.
Hitch to Franklin. He whips, deflected off of Morgan's net, his stick. Our ball still, possession to us. Gaines Howard, lower right corner of your screen. We're in play. Gaines is jogging it back to the X area behind the goal, looking for a pass. Cutter, oh, just a little too high. Here comes a ball. Coball knocks it back over, I think.
Knocked it a little hard.
Okay, they're going to give our possession. So I guess they're going to say the guy in the blue jersey touched it. Here we go. Across the field, folks. On the left side, Will Hitch looking. Franklin, back to Hitch. Hitch, whips, knocks. Those are body stops by defenders for the Colonels. Seifert back to Howard. Howard looking for a cutter. There he is. Hitch fires.
There you go.
Goal!
There you go.
Howard found his cutter, found his man. Will Hitch, slamming it home.
Comes out of the X to Hitch, and he just goes right into shooting motion there.
No hesitation on that, folks, by Will for goal number 10. 10:33 left in the third quarter. 10-1, your Centurions over the Colonels.
Tony, you know what I want to see?
What's that?
I want to see that three-way pass maneuver they did the other night.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Pass, in.
Yes. That's Grant Shoup for the Colonels going against Cooper May on the face-off. Cooper is successful, taking a little body check. Oh, flag. Another one. 2 flags. All right, 2 flags. I think on 2 separate players. He's going to call his official buddy over here to get the call right.
Yeah, we'll see what they're going to do.
They're either going to go 1 or 2 men down on this, possibly.
For sure there's a slash. See, I'm wondering if the other's going to be a push, but let's see what they call.
Officials are talking over the penalty options. There are 2 flags on the play. Those were not simultaneous. They were separately thrown by the same official, I might add. Looks like we're going to obviously maintain possession. Howard is...
fiddling with the ball.
I was looking for a word like that, and I'm glad you found fiddling. Here we go. Is he going to tell us what's going on? Probably so.
I believe he showed that man in the penalty box.
Okay, that guy's coming off. Number 1. That's Trey Schuler. Oh, calling his buddy back over again, the official.
The player wants to know what he did wrong. And maybe adjusting the call a bit.
Here we go. See what happens.
Blue 27.
Blue 27 with a cross check, 1 minute. So you see 27 kneeling down here, folks, on your screen at midfield, or when you get
That's
that
why number
angle.
1 was questioning the call. How come it's me? I was way over here. Officials probably can't read the numbers on the front of their jerseys either.
All right, Gaines Howard going to be over on the left side up front, up top. We're in play. Here we go. Howard working his way Seifert. Seifert to CJ. CJ to Howard. Boom!
Boom.
Howard with the assist and Will Hitch with the goal.
Solid goal by Hitch there.
Good work. Patience, patience, patience. There's our 10-goal lead at this point at 11-1. 10:09 left in the third quarter. We've got Cooper May going against Trey Schuler this time on the faceoff. 27 is still in the penalty phase. Here we go. Cooper May comes up with it. They're chasing him down. Get ready to...
Just lost the handle on it before he took his shot.
Procedural push in the back, I think. So we will retain possession. Okay, blue, number 1, slash for a minute. Now there's 2 guys out, right?
Looks that way.
Or
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah. Two guys out. Number 27 will be released here shortly, but number 1 has got the full minute to serve. We could see Morgan still over here with his helmet off and relacing his shoe now, so I hope he's okay and can come back in and play.
Right. We're going to...
Not Morgan, Lonnie Douglas.
Lonnie Douglas, you got it.
Face off man.
Here we are, whipping the ball around the horn, as we like to say in the baseball world. Seifert to Howard. Howard, oh, to Connor Franklin. Connor Franklin, up to Hitch. Hitch. Deflected off by Mr. Morgan, the goalie. CJ's back there, so we will retain possession with 9:37 left in the third quarter. CJ is putting it in, bringing it in play. Oh, little errant pass.
Yeah, a little too
Reed
much
Jeffries.
excitement there. Over and back on Reed. He thinks he stepped on the line here.
Huh. Okay. So here we go. Blue possession for the Colonels, number 25. That's Dylan Jackson. Going to take possession for the Colonels. Immediately defended by a couple of our guys. Matched up, Eli Bednark and John Coball. Buddy, you don't want those 2 guys on you. Look at the ball's already loose.
Now,
Time out
27
blue.
is still kneeling in the penalty box, which I feel like he should be released by now, but obviously
with
we're
you.
not keeping the time.
All right.
Maybe they gave him a 2-minute penalty. I believe we've got a little BG's action going now.
Is that? I was just going to say.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Is that all you have? Are the best songs ever made?
Yeah.
Only for you.
Staying alive.
Be another
I hear
email
ya.
from YouTube to me.
How big of a bill is that? No, don't tell us. All All right, timeout, Colonels. Smart call by Coach Howe on that one because his player with the ball was being double teamed by Bednark and Coball, and that probably wasn't going to turn out very well. So called the quick timeout. And here we are with 9:21 left in the third quarter. Centurions up on the Colonels 11-1. So now 20. They're still talking about, I think, the length of these penalties on 27 and maybe number 1 there. I don't know. Both coaches are talking
Seem to be
to the officiating crew. I don't see any personnel changes yet, folks. The attackmen look like the same crew, and our defensive element is our regular defenders.
1 and 27 still knee down. 27 just stood up here on the sideline, but I'm still not 100% clear what the timing.
They must have put more time than a minute on those penalties. Is all I can think of. Colonels will be taking the ball, putting it in play over about the 12-yard line. Coball and Bednark are on that player across the way. All right, we're in play, folks. Bednark with a good stick check. Knocks it loose.
Still saying blue ball.
Colonels will maintain the ball, I think.
I'm
No.
yeah.
Here we go. Will Hitch going down to pick it up.
Yeah, he hit his stick, so we didn't touch the ball.
All right, Will Hitch just crossed midfield. Passes off to Howard on the left side top. Cooper Mays still in there, getting ready to make the turn to come off the field. And number 11, Logan Miller will be jogging on now. All right, we have our offense set, folks. Hinton, Hickman, Franklin, Hitch, Howard. Howard has the ball right now, drops it, picks it back up real quick.
And they're
Miller.
back at full strength, Tony.
There we go. Colonel's back at full strength. Shot off the pipe by Howard. Ball's behind you, fellas. Ball's behind you. Go find it. John Coball. There you go. Scoop it up. Don't let that guy knock you around. It worked out.
Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Hitch fires off the mark. C.J. Hinton's back there. John used his foot wedge on that last play.
Yes,
and it worked.
It is a sport where you're allowed to do that, not called soccer.
Franklin, nope, he thought about it. Howard. Miller. Miller to Hickman. I'm sorry, that's Hitch. Hitch, Howard, Franklin, fires, goal! Connor Franklin. Number 4 with the assist, gains Howard.
I was just getting ready to say, Tony, everyone indicating to Morgan that it's coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. Boom.
Nice work, fellas. That's our 12th goal, ladies and gentlemen. It's 12-1. Lead over the Colonels right now with 7:51 left in the third quarter. Thanks for being with us today. Dawson Mays on at long stick midi. Here we go. I'll tell you what. Awesome. Pushing, shoving, raking, scraping. Dawson May, come on out there with it, buddy. There you go. Oh. Dawson was working really hard to come up with that. He just ran out of room on the sideline, folks. All right, Colonels are picking it up. Looks like number 5, Greg Potter, putting it in play. Nope, Potter's jogging off. So that's 25. That's Dylan Jackson with the ball for the Colonels. He's being hot, already knocked. CJ's already knocked. Here comes Connor Franklin. Ball's on the ground. Connor's already getting the. Connor's got the scoop up. Here he goes. A little cradle action. No pass. No look. Waiting for the personnel to get on the field. Fake.
Oh,
I caught you that time, Connor Franklin. He tried to make me think he passed it to Hitch. I'm not falling for that anymore, Connor Franklin. Howard. CJ's looking. He wants it. Not there. All right. Switch over to Hitch. Whoops. Slit. Almost got hit by the old cow turf monster. Howard. CJ wrapping around. Finds Will. Fires. Deflected off by Mr. Morgan.
Tony, do you know there's different turf for soccer, field hockey, and lacrosse than for football?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's tall and short. And because this is a multi-purpose field, ours is halfway in between, which is why nobody's happy with it.
Connor Franklin with the shot there, wide right. We still maintain possession. Looks like Nolan Seifert behind the goal in the X. Looking for a teammate. Gets it out to CJ. CJ to... Boom! It's in there. CJ hitting with the assist. Number 4 gains Howard with the goal. That is our 13th goal, which gives us a 12-goal lead.
After they put it in play. When the time comes back on, we'll be in a running clock, folks.
6:23 left in the third quarter. Now I expect we will start seeing some substitutions. That's okay. Love to see the subs and the JV guys getting PT because that bodes well for the future of the program. Who else? Bednark gets a little tripped after he scoops up with it. Still on the ground. It's nobody's. Somebody lost their head. Bednark. Got to come out. Reed Jeffries, get in there. John Cobalt, get in there. Number 1, don't let him wrap you. That's it, John. John, nice stick deflection there, stick check. Guy was winding up to fire, and John got a good piece of his stick, and it rolled out of bounds. Ball's in the X behind. We got a flag. I think he's going to call it on 2-4 with a slash. We'll find out in a second here. That's Summers with the ball. 2 is Parker Gorley. Defended by Reed Jeffries, looking for the wraparound. He makes Reed Jeffries.
Oh, my goodness.
Puts him on his can, nice and clean. Nope. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's the old flag. All right, stoppage of play. Slash. 1 minute. Number 24, John Cobalt coming to the box. John will get a 1 minute penalty on that play. All right, here we go. Colonel's put the ball in play down in the lower left part of your screen, folks. I think that's Gorley. Up top to Summers. Back to Gorley. Reed Jeffries. We're going to see, if you're watching our boys, they're going a little more of a box defense. Good deflection by Bednark. Who else? Always gets his stick in there. Body checks, stick checks. It's all kinds of mess going on there for the poor Colonels. Bednark all over this guy.
Wow.
Buzzsaw Begnar. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Because he is a buzzsaw. 27 winding up. Nope, I'm not going to take it. That's 10 Dawson Meg doing a fine job on defense there. Ball's behind. He's looking for a... There you go. Deflection by Baker. Let's come up with it. Baker's got it. Gets it down court, downfield. Connor Franklin in midfield takes it. Here we go. We're on the offensive end of the field. Franklin.
We've got position, but I think we're going to slow it up.
He pulls up. That's okay.
Yeah. No, he's waiting for his teammates. We're already winning by 12. We got a running clock. That's an appropriate move.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, that's nothing short of class is what that is too. That's class and sportsmanship. Franklin now has the ball, coming back towards the middle, top. That was Miller. Miller has it back now, over to Franklin. Franklin taking a look. He finds Hitch. Hitch starts to work his way around. Fires. Goal! Will Hitch. I think Connor Franklin used his body as a little deflection so Morgan could actually not see where that was coming from.
Yeah, you're right. Connor went down low and then ducked. And Hitch went right over the top of him.
That's goal number 14. Your Centurions are up 14-1 over the Colonels. We've got Bryce Watson going against Lonnie Douglas on the face-off at midfield.
Good to see Lonnie back out there.
Yep.
Just a little tweak to his ankle.
Eli. Buzzsaw. He's going to get it across midfield. He's going to say, I'm telling you, He's like, I'm okay. Find a teammate. Good pass over to 4. Got to get inside that 30-yard box, and then you can move it around anywhere you want to, folks, per the rules. Bednark is off. Hitch is on. Offense is set. Correction. Here comes Miller on. Hinton, low right, top right. Hit. A little give and go action. I saw that. This didn't work. CJ's looking for somebody. Franklin. Boom! Goal, Connor Franklin. Hit, assist to Gaines Howard.
There we go.
Nice give and go there.
There we go. Assist Gaines. There we go. Goal 31. Just to the upper outside corner.
All right, the clock's winding down. It's going to be under 2 minutes when this face-off gets started. Got Douglas for the Colonels and Watson for the Centurions at midfield. I think that's Hahn. Yep. Callan Hahn comes up with it. Nice pass to Watson. Watson down
really
to CJ.
nice.
Good work there, fellas.
That's very good work there.
CJ to Will Hitch. Hitch to Howard. Miller's on. Jude's on. Connor Franklin. Gaines Howard. Over to Miller. Miller's up top. He's telling Hitch to go down. Low right. He hits Hitch. Hitch going to wrap around maybe. Fires. Deflected off the pipe this time. Pick it up, boys. Will Hitch comes up with it. Looking for a buddy. Boom! Hitch finds Hickman right in front of the mouth of the goal, and Hickman scores.
And you want to watch this. They get in a dogfight with CJ. Of course, that's never going to work. And look at that. Over the top from Hitch to Hickman.
That was
just
awesome.
Perfect. Perfect.
Clock will be under 30 seconds by the time we get going from this face-off, ladies and gentlemen. Douglas for the Colonels and Watson for the Centurions at midfield on the face-off. Watson working hard. Howard knocks it down where he's going to be able to scoop it up pretty easy. 10 seconds left about.
I think we're going
I
to
know
hold
us.
it.
We're just going to hold this ball and...
Yeah. I don't know if you saw what happened there, Tony.
I did, but you're going to have to... I'm going to let you explain that.
Yeah. Instead of the
By the
Connor
way,
Franklin
folks, goal,
fake,
Cal.
Howard faked the pass to Connor. Connor went over and wound up, and they all turned their attention to them. Howard still had the ball.
That was slick.
It was slick.
Bottom line. All right, folks, starting of the fourth quarter coming up with your Centurions up 17-1 in this contest. I imagine we're going to see sub, and I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to call some other fellas' names. Mr. Morgan, don't be hanging your head. You have been a formidable goalie for us against us today.
Let's see if we can pull the scoreboard up for the fans. Here we go. Get them on the automated huddle camera view.
All right. Start of your fourth quarter in the second game of a doubleheader today. Looks like the defense. Let's see what happens here. They're walking out there, but Coach Harris, I think, is our defensive coach, taking a look at all of it. I know there's a goalie change. We saw him in the last contest today. Number 2 is Nolan Allen. He'll be working our at goalie. We are defending the goal to the right on your screen, attacking the goal on the left. Watson and Douglas, familiar names, are going to be going back on the face-off. We got Dawson May across the field on LSM. The defensive crew is mostly intact. The only sub, I think, Reed Jeffries came out and Hahn went in, number 30. We got Cobal, Baker, and Hahn with goalie.
And we got Hitch up here at the
Allen.
top. We're going to do what we did last time, leave one of our
All
more
right, Dawson,
experienced ball handlers.
Dawson May,
in.
nice job. Dumping the ball down to Seifert. Good. Will Reddick's in there. Will Hitch. Here comes 25. I think that's Caleb Gutierrez. Yep. Good to see new faces in there. Boom! Gaines Howard, goal. Just
That's another Centurion goal by number 4, Gaines Howard.
me personally, when things are going like this, I'm glad to see the clocks running.
Me too. I probably wouldn't have taken that shot.
Well,
where they got at the end of the other game was the senior guys, starters were setting up the junior guys, the younger guys.
all right, got Gavin Shaw on number 37 right in front of you. Ball's on the ground. Reed Jeffries over there. Reed coming up with it, trying to. He's working hard. What was that? This official way down here, 30 yards away from the action. We had two guys over there on top of the play, and this guy way down here on the right saw something. Okay, Colonels have the ball. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, if he thought we were out of bounds, he's not the man to make that call.
No, there was an official standing right there.
Standing right on the line.
No idea what happened there.
Now he's telling all these guys, get back, get back, get back. Okay.
Why do they have to get back?
Don't you. Anyway, folks, we're still in play. We're back in play. 10 minutes to go. Shaw, Coball working this guy over. Still working him over. Gavin Shaw's getting in the scrum.
Shaw comes in.
That away, Gavin. All right, number 2 comes up with it. That's Parker Gorley. That's it. Reed, here we go, buddy. This is your worst nightmare. Reed Jeffries going to take it from you.
He's coming in full
Goodbye.
speed.
See, I told you. You didn't listen to me. Nice pass. Gets it up to, that's Reddick. Will
like
Reddick. Nice pass
a thief
over
in the
to
night.
Logan Miller. Miller's going to wait for the Southers. Gavin Shaw hustling off. We got Gavin Gibson hustling off. Reed Jeffries. There's Gutierrez going in. 14, that's Zach Yauberg. 25 with it. He fires. Morgan gets the stop for the Colonels. Now, the scariest thing, well, that's one thing you can do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Turf Monster got us all on that one.
Yep.
Now we're just going to have to rake and scrape.
that's it, John.
Good push.
Pushes it up. And is that Reddick? Reddick
We've got
dumps
numbers.
it over to
Totally
Hitch.
got numbers.
Pick it up. Oh, that was a good idea. Gutierrez, he thought, what the heck, I'll smack it in there.
Yeah, these were beautiful ideas. Just lacked a little on the execution.
What's that sport? Cricket? Was that a little cricket shot? Wow. All right. So the Colonels will have the ball behind their goal with about 8:30 left in the contest. And we are in play. Ball's coming out. Passes out of bounds. Turnover. Hitch is hustling over. He wants the ball now.
He's trying to get a fast start. There we go. Doesn't matter. Clock's running. So, but the official does have to let him in. Did we just throw that?
And we retain possession thanks to the hustle of number 14, Zach Yauberg. This is Logan Miller coming up with it. Put into play here on the left side. Flips it to Hitch. Back to Miller. Miller over to the lefty. Will Reddick. Reddick, nice dump to Gutierrez. Oh, that was a nice give and go. Morgan defended that. Picked up by Reddick, I think. Yep, Will's got it. Will's got it. You're in play, buddy. Up top, Miller. Yep, smart decision. Little flip to Will Hitch. Looking for Yauberg. Still on the ground. Nope, Will's got it. Fires good.
Oh.
Will Reddick. Will Reddick on that goal.
Number 16.
You're right. A player on the right side of the goal that's a lefty shooter. That shows right there. the devastating possibility of that setup. 6:50-ish and counting down left in our contest. Okay, Cobal's coming off. Baker, I think, too, is off. So we've got Hahn and Caleb Hinton and number 8, I believe, down here.
Yep.
And that is Camden Carruthers. Good job there, big man. Uh-oh, you know what he wants? Deflected off. Watson with the shot, deflected by the goalie, Morgan. We've maintained possession. Seifert, I think, is down there behind the goal. 13, Ryan Brown's coming on. Howard's going out. You got the one veteran, Connor Franklin, up top. Number 9 is on. That's Eli Snyder. Seifert to Brown. Brown to Miller. Miller to Connor Franklin up top. He's looking. Find one of your buddies there. Slings it over the top of the goal. Shot by Miller. No good. We'll have less than 5:30 left in the contest when the ball's put in play behind the goal by the Centurions. Here we go. Over to the right side. Reddick looking to Franklin. Franklin looking. Miller, he's got it. He's looking. Top left. Cutter. Seifert. Connor Franklin. Franklin. Seifert behind the goal. Over here to Brown. Brown whips it. Little wide right. Nice shot. Just a little off the right pipe. Will Reddick is going to put it back in play. Low right.
Franklin doing a little positional coaching there. I know his instruction is get some of these guys in position to score.
Yes. All right, Seifert looking for somebody. He catches Miller. Miller to Franklin. Franklin's looking. A little cradle action. Miller, he's looking. Fires low. Off the mark, low left.
Tried the holy roller.
Yep.
Didn't have the angle.
Going to have about 4 minutes left in the contest here when we get back in play. Seifert has the ball behind the goal. In the X. Reddick to Franklin to Miller to Brown. Brown's looking at Seifert. He gets him. Behind the goal, Seifert with the ball. Looking for a cutter. Up top, Connor Franklin. Over to Reddick. Reddick, little bobble. It's on the ground. Will keeps fighting for it. He's got it. Nice scoop. Patience. Pays off, I bet. Here we go. Brown. Miller working back to the middle. Reddick to Franklin. Franklin behind the back to Brown. Boom!
Whoa!
Ryan Brown with the goal. After some pretty fancy passing there, folks.
We got to see that again. Now watch this. It's coming across to Franklin, behind the back, and then right in the goal.
Awesome work there with that passing. That's goal number 20 for your Centurions, folks. It's going to be less than 3 minutes left in the contest by the time the face-off occurs. More new players on there across the field. Number 26, Sebastian Navarrete. Number 12, right here in front of us. I don't have
Who
a
is
12.
12?
I don't have a 12. I'm so sorry, folks. Love to know who number 12 is. Ball's in play.
I think he's going out of bounds. Nope. He passed it to the official. He didn't know what to do with it. So we're just going to let it roll
he's
out
over.
the other way.
Okay, number 5 here. That's Forster McKinney. He was across the line. So Colonels will have the ball right here, low left in front of you here. About 2 minutes left in the game by the time we get ball in play. All right, here we go. Aaron, actually, he hit his man. Official's in the way. He's part of the field. You know how the games go these days, or any day. This ball is getting some work, groundwork, contact everywhere. Who's that coming up with it? That's Caleb Hinton. He gets a pass off to number 3. Oh, he loses the ball. Number 3 had it. That's Joshua Reed. Number 8, that's Camden Carruthers. 2's wrapping around the back of the goal. Comes a shot. Deflected by our number 2, the goalie, Nolan Allen.
Winding down to 1 minute in the contest, folks.
We got Carruthers. We got Hinton. Get it out of there, boys. That's it. That's number 6, Braden Watson. Passes it to Will Reddick. Will Reddick is on the move. About 35 seconds left in the contest. He's going to work it down to the X himself and let the substitutions happen. Will Reddick with the ball. Hits a cutter. That's Gutierrez. I'm sorry, number 25. Yes, Caleb Gutierrez. Now number 3, Joshua Reed, working down the right side. 15 seconds left. Passes a 7. He fires and scores. Number 7, goal by Mason Thomas.
And that's the Centurion goal by number 7.
And that's going to be the contest. That's it. Ball game.
And you can see this shot by Mason Thomas right on the mark.
That's going to do it, folks.
All right, folks.
Oldham County Colonels 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, another W today for your Centurions. Cal Centurions 21, Oldham County Colonels 1. Been a great week for our team, Glenn. That's 4 W's in 1 week. That's a lot of work, too.
That's a lot of work, and I can't help but keep reminding us, 1 successful prom. So it's been a big week for us as families and fans, and we look forward to seeing the team and what I think is their final scheduled game against Eastern Tuesday night. We will be here broadcasting again. I've seen both 6 and 6:30 for game time. I'm going to just check one more time on the team schedule roster here. And I have the game at 6 against Eastern on Tuesday night, followed by a JV game against Eastern at 7:30. So we'll be here with the broadcast. You can find us right here on the Cal Sports Network. Check us out on our YouTube channel. So thank you all very much. You have a blessed weekend. Enjoy the time. Good having you with us, Tony, again.
Same here, Glenn.
All right. Thank our public address announcer, Chris Schneider. And for all you fans out there, thank you for the support of your Centurion lacrosse team. We're out.